Righteous on the beat.
Smile, smile, honey, come on. Smile, honey, smile, honey, come on. Woo! You living your best life? Jesus.
The remix. Life is bright. Maybe move it over some.
Righteous on the beat.
And good morning. Welcome to Early Morning Grind with your two favorite people, Reuben and Alzie Dukes. We hope that you guys like those the smile beat.
What'd you say, the smile beat?
The smile beat.
B-E-A-T?
Beat.
You ain't gonna say the other word, is you?
No, I'm not. Not at all.
Saw that title. Yeah, it's gone. My wife saw that title. She was like,
wait a minute now.
My wife saw that title. She was like, oh, no. No, we ain't doing that this morning, nigga. You got to smile. Smile. I say, smile, honey. Smile, honey. Come on.
You want to say that?
No, I ain't gonna say that. No, I'm gonna tell you what. That's something.
No, we can't say that word.
No, we can't do that. No.
Oh my!
No,
I was like, somebody entitled the song that. Oh my goodness!
Tell them to go with a smile.
Wow, that's all I gotta say. Well, we want to say happy Friday to you. Today is Friday, August 10th, 2018. So we hope that you guys are up. We hope that you got your coffee going this morning. Hey, I got mine. So let me just take a sip right now. Coach made this coffee today and it is delicious. And with that being said, we're going to jump right into weather this morning. For the city of West Palm Beach, it is currently 75 degrees. West Palm today is set to have a high of 89 and a low tonight of 75, and there is rain in the forecast. For Fort Lauderdale today, it is currently 78 degrees. Fort Lauderdale is set to have a high of 90 and a low tonight of 77. And guess what? There's rain in the forecast. For Miami today, it is currently 79 degrees. Miami today is set to have a high of 89 and a low tonight of 76. You okay? And there is rain in the forecast. For Belgrade today, it is currently 70 degrees. Belgrade is set to have a high of 91 and a low tonight of 70, and there is rain in the forecast. For Pahokee, it is currently 73 degrees. Pahokee today is set to have a high of 90 and a low tonight of 73. And guess what? There is rain in the forecast. For Clewiston today, Clewiston is currently at 73 degrees. They're set to have a high of 91 and a low tonight of 73. And that's weather for Clewiston. We're going to jump over to some states today. For Georgia, it is currently 70 degrees. Georgia is set to have a high of 86 and a low tonight of 70. And guess what? Rain in the forecast. For Ohio today, we're visiting Cleveland. Cleveland is currently at 74. They're set to have a high of 78 and a low tonight of 68. And for Pennsylvania today, we're visiting Pitt. Pitt is currently at 69. They're set to have a high of 82 and a low tonight of 67. And guess what? That is weather for today.
I'm living my best life. I ain't got time for you. I'm living my best life. I ain't got time to go. Where I go?
I don't
I ain't
know.
got time back and forth with you jokers.
On to something that happened on this day in history. Today, August 10th, 1950, President Harry Truman calls the National Guard to active duty to fight in the Korean War today.
Wow.
On this day, August 10th, 1950. Now, on August 10th, 1975, David Frost, he purchased the exclusive rights to interview President Richard Nixon, who was the 37th president of the United States, and the only president to resign from office. He described himself as an introvert.
Richard Nixon?
Yeah, Richard Nixon. So, and people said, well, why were you in office if you were considering yourself to be an introvert?
Yeah.
You know,
A whole lot of stuff.
You were definitely in the wrong business.
A whole lot of stuff.
But he was also, you know, in that Watergate scandal
a whole
also.
lot of stuff. That's why he was an introvert. He was introverting all the mess going on.
So for today, August 10th, if you are born on this day, we would like to say to you, happy birthday, and we hope that you enjoy your day.
Hey, what sign is that? I don't believe in that, but what horoscope is that?
I have no clue.
After the Leo is what?
I can tell you about the Leo, but I don't know about
Oh, you
nothing
can tell
else.
them about the Leo?
Hey, you looking at one?
All right.
Oh, that's a Leo sign. That's a Leo sign. August, I believe, yeah. Because Charlene is August 21st, and she's in that Leo thing, too.
Charlene ain't no Leo.
Yes, she is. August 21st.
Get out of here. Charlene ain't no Leo.
Yeah, she's a Leo.
Charlene a
So
Leo.
if you're born on this day, August 10th, happy birthday. We would like to say happy birthday to
All the Leos.
Michael Bivins, who turns 50 today. He is a singer, producer, founder of R&B group New Edition, Bell
What?
Bell, how you say it? Bell. Bell DeVoe. I know it's another Bell.
Oh, man.
Bell
Bell Biv DeVoe.
Belle Biv DeVoe.
Yeah.
Okay.
She said Bell, what you say? Bell Bavo.
Belle DeVoe.
No, she said Bell
Beer.
DeVoe.
He also
What
discovered
the
Boys to Men
heck?
group. So he put out some big time singers there.
Yeah.
Also born on this day is Riddick Bowe. You know who that is, right?
You got knocked out Mike Tyson, man.
Yeah, the former undisputed heavyweight champion. He turns 51 on today. We want to say happy birthday to him. And on to announcements today. If you're ever in the Fort Lauderdale area, stop by the Faith Center. The Faith Center is located at 5555 Northwest 95th Avenue, right in the city of Sunrise, Florida, where the bright Bishop Henry Fernandez serves as the overseer, and his lovely wife, Carol Fernandez, serve by his side. So service times there are Sundays at 10 a.m. and on Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. So stop by. I guarantee you will have a high time in the Lord. Now, our second announcement for today is Pop Ministries. Now, if you're ever in the Riviera Beach area, stop by Power Prayer Ministries, and they're located at 1057 West 6th Street, right in the city of Riviera Beach, Florida, where the Right Apostle George Ferguson Sr. serves as the pastor and head person in charge with his lovely wife, Rosalind Ferguson. Service times are Sunday school at 9:30 a.m. and they have morning worship at 10 a.m. Stop by Pop Ministries if you're in the area. The next ministry is
The Faith Church.
the Faith Church. Can you give them the Faith Church address?
3505 Shiloh Drive, the Palm Beach Lakes High School Auditorium. And I think they located in Royal Palm, too.
Okay.
They got a campus in Royal Palm, I think. Yeah,
You're looking mighty handsome this morning.
yeah
I
thank
tell
you. Well, thank you, honey.
I told you, God is good, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
So stop by if you're looking for a place of worship. And that is our announcements for today.
All right.
On to sports and news.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Sports and News. All right, we had a lot of football on yesterday, man.
Really?
Yeah, preseason action.
Okay.
We're going to start with the scores, right? Okay. And NFL preseason, first preseason game, the Bengals beat the Bears.
What?
The Browns beat the Giants. Cleveland Browns beat the New York Giants in preseason. The Buccaneers beat the Dolphins. The Panthers beat the Buffalo Bills. Saints beat the Jaguars. The Steelers beat the Eagles. The Ravens beat the Rams. Tore the Rams up. The Patriots beat the Redskins. The Packers beat the Titans. The Texans beat the Chiefs. The Colts beat the Seahawks. And the 49ers beat my Cowboys.
No, not your beloved Cowboys.
It's never preseason. I ain't worried about that.
Okay.
Who cares?
Well, if you say
Yeah,
so.
who cares? In baseball, Nationals beat the Braves. The Indians beat the Twins. Go Indians. The Padres beat the Brewers. The Yankees beat the Rangers. The Blue Jays beat the Red Sox. And the Mariners beat the Astros. And the Dodgers beat the Rockies. In women's tennis, what is this? Women's tennis, Venus Williams defeated, Kirstia, 7-6, 6-4. Yeah. In the Banquet Nationals. So, the round 2.
Okay.
So, she's moving on. I don't think her sister is in it. I think her sister has an injury. So, yeah. And the PGA Championship, Tiger Woods finished around at even par. But
Okay.
he's like 6 strokes back from the leader,
Not bad.
Woodland. So,
He's coming along.
yeah, he's coming along. Tiger Woods is coming along, okay. And also in news, Israeli army lifts restrictions for Gaza border communities after quiet night. Excuse me.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A New York woman dreams lottery numbers, wins $1 million in prizes.
All right.
Yeah, well, $1 million. She didn't win prizes, but she won $1 million. So,
That's all right.
yeah. Trump's Walk of Fame multiplies, so they gave him 6 stars. Donald Trump 6 stars, man.
I saw his star. Somebody had them broke it up. They wrote signs on it. Oh
I
my
mean, what
goodness.
they gonna do? Really nothing.
I was like, what is going on here?
Yeah, man. People just showing their feelings, how they feel about a lot of things that's going on, but vandalizing stuff is not the way to go. So please stop doing that. That is so elementary, like kindergarten.
It said, I can't get you, but I can get it.
That's stupid. That's so stupid. You know? It's like, what you doing that for? Like, really? I mean, you're expressing the fact that you don't like a person, right? Mm-hmm. By destroying property, which is unlawful,
Right.
for one. I don't like that because it's unlawful, and I don't think that should be done. So please stop doing that. That's like, you mad at somebody, you gonna bust their windows. That's
I bust the
vandalism.
windows at your car.
That's vandalism. So, think about that, man.
You know that song? You heard of that song? Ah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Just think about that. You know what I'm saying? It's really ridiculous. But speaking of speaking of a situation, in other news, Urban Meyer from Ohio State is actually he ain't been released, but he's been actually
But on
put
that,
on restrictions.
what happened?
Well, his wife, Miss Meyer, and a lady by the name of Shelly Smith, and his coach that he's been with for a amount of years, even at Florida, he's been coaching with. The kids, Zach Smith started off with him as a graduate assistant. And come to find out that Zach Smith, the coach, the offensive coordinator, actually, the coach there with Urban Meyer at Ohio State, was abusing his wife.
Ooh.
Yeah. So the wife reported it. Eventually, she reported it, and Urban Meyer has been brought up the questions. Had he been knowing about the situation?
Well, he ain't got nothing to do with going in their household.
Well, they saying that he's accountable if he know about it, because the Shelly has been talking to Urban Meyer's wife.
Well, that don't mean the wife told him.
Right. That's the same thing I was telling this guy by the name of Grady Ross yesterday on Evening Commute.
You know, because women
But-
sometimes they talk amongst themselves and they would say, you know what, don't mention this, but this
There you
is
go.
what's been going on, at home.
There you
And
go.
I don't want to, bring anything up, because if I do, I already know it's going to be something really big.
Right.
So she probably went to her in confidence. Or what's that other word they use when a person goes to someone and they go to them to say, I want to, tell you about this, but I hope that this is the only time that I hear
Hey, Don.
this, and this is between me and you.
Right.
You know, what do you think I should do? How do you think I should handle this situation?
There you go.
But then, too, you know, women sometimes they put up with things just to be comfortable in life.
Wow.
You know, and obviously she's been dealing with it a number of years, and
Yeah.
she's probably tired. You know, the abuser over time, they get tired of being abused and they start speaking out. They start, you know, telling people, you know, what do you think I should do? Because, you know, this, that, and the other. And they had to have been really close friends.
Right.
You know, if he's been working for this guy or working as a co-coach for a number of years, there's been some type of relationship going on between the women.
Well, when you think about it here, it said that Urban Meyer knew about this situation because it first came about in 2009.
Oh, that's the first incident.
First incident when Zach Smith was a graduate assistant at Florida. So he was a graduate assistant at Florida, and he beat his pregnant wife. She was pregnant at that time, and he beat her up.
Oh, my.
Due to the fact him beating her up, Urban Meyer stated that him and his wife counseled them during that time.
Right.
He was a grad assistant, so I mean, still.
He's young. He, you know. But why you got to put your hand on somebody? You ain't nobody daddy. See, that just, that gets me going.
Right.
Especially if the woman is pregnant. Come on, you got your unborn child in her stomach.
Right.
Why you got to put your hands on her?
Right. So now there's an abuse issue where Urban Meyer, they say he knew about it, and that's what Ohio State is saying, that he knew about the issue since 2015.
Well, he knew of an issue.
He knew of an issue. But they say he knew about it and why he didn't take action. Now, it wasn't the fact that when he was at Florida, they hit him for that, but they hit him for the fact that when he got to Ohio State during that time, that the guy was still abusing his wife.
Now, the question that is going to be posed is whether or not he knew that this situation was continuing.
Now, that's the pause thing. Can't hear. Okay, love you guys. Good morning. Oh, shoot. You can't hear? Wait a minute now. Hey, hold on. See if you guys can hear.
Somebody can't hear?
Glad I can't hear. Can you hear now?
Is it static?
I think it's static. All right. I left the darn mic on yesterday.
You did.
Yeah. Can you guys hear now? Can you hear now?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Hey, bring your mic up some to you. You probably have to hold your mic.
Okay, I'll hold it.
Oh, both of them.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
All right. You got to hold your mic.
Okay.
Yes, hold on a second. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, they
We
can
good.
hear
We
me
gotta
now.
hold the mics up.
We're going to have to go back to the handheld.
No, that ain't gonna work. But considering the fact that he did what he did, okay. What do you think?
Well, we left off on the fact that you were saying when he was at, since he's been at Ohio State, Whether or not the head coach knew of incidents
Right.
that's been going on, and you were saying, well, that's where we are now, is whether or not he know,
Right.
of these incidents. But then too, like a wife, because I'm a wife, and if another
Okay.
woman tells me something,
Right.
and it's at a point that she feels a certain way, I'm gonna tell my husband, honey,
Okay.
you know what, such and such. Unless
Such and such.
I told her that I wouldn't say anything.
Now, would there be a parent? Would you not tell me certain things?
If a
I
person
know certain things you would keep me from.
if a person tells me, don't let such and such know about this, but if I feel that it's something that really needs to be exposed, I'm gonna say it to you.
Right.
Your boy back at his mess again. That's what I'm gonna say.
Right.
And you'll be like, what do you mean? He beating his wife.
So now, if Ohio State released will fire Urban Meyer, but don't have a reason, they will be giving him $38.1 million.
Nice.
Yeah, well, I think he really want to do what he like to do. Good morning, Miss Jackson. I really think he like to do what he like to do.
Hey,
but
they gonna just get that to him.
that's his contract, honey. But I'm saying is, do you think the school need to look back on Urban Meyer history of knowing about the situation?
No, because, one thing about it, if a person comes to you and you stated that in 2000 he came to him and
Right.
he canceled both him and his wife because of the incident of him beating his pregnant wife.
Right. They canceled him.
Yeah, it's okay. People come. We've had people to come and be
Yeah,
canceled
you
by
said
us.
it. Yeah.
But we can only tell you, give you some advice on what you need to do.
Right.
But the ultimate decision is based on you.
Right.
Now, what you do in your household is your business.
Right. Now, this what Urban Meyer say. He said in the letter that he wrote, he said, I don't have control of my assistant's lifestyle, personal lifestyle. Mm-hmm. What they do in their personal lifestyle, I don't keep up with that. Now, would you have a case for that? Mm-hmm. He can suggest some things and say, hey, guys, be careful. These are the rules. Mm-hmm. But he can't follow them guys home
and like he oh, that's too much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's got his own life.
He got his own life to live. He has his own family. I mean, his job is to coach the football team.
Right.
And enforce the rules by stating to his colleagues to say, hey, this is the problem. This is what we need to do. This is what I think we need to do.
Right.
Right?
Exactly. But him being there watching him like a hawk 24 hours a day, 7 days a week is not going to happen.
Right. Exactly.
Because he might as well move in with him if that's the case.
Right. Uh-huh.
But I don't feel that they should get rid of him.
Right. Because
of what the assistant chose to do.
Right. That's my point. I mean, I know a lot of people saying if it was anybody else, they would have got fired. Mm-hmm.
Everybody have their own lives.
Yeah,
and he didn't marry Urban Myers. He married his wife.
Right.
And they are one. Now, if he chooses to beat her and she chooses to stay there, like I said earlier, women do certain things just to be comfortable. They put up with certain things. She had the right to call the police.
Right.
Call the police. A joker hitting you upside your head, you going to sit there and let him beat you? You crazy. I don't think it ain't happening.
It's nuts. I just want to say the university, Christopher Davey, the assistant vice president of communications, clarified to Bill Landis of Cleveland.com that Urban Meyer is not allowed to communicate with players. It was confirmed through, like I say, Bill Landis. Also, his all emails accounts has been cut. So he can't have emails sent or send emails or anything
Not that he probably even was. Most
Right.
people don't. Coaches.
Right. Ryan Day is serving as the acting head coach, the offensive coordinator for Ohio State. He's right now serving as the active head coach right now. And they denied knowledge of allegations from 3 years ago. Smith stated he got a text last night and that it was nothing. That's what Meyer said, actually. That was that was 3 years ago. Said he got a text from Smith. Mm-hmm. And that it wasn't nothing. He just got a text from her.
So what?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand that. That's kind of like.
Let us know if you can hear us. This is the reason why we got to hold these mics.
But I think the bottom line is you cannot hold another man accountable for another man's actions.
Right.
To me, that's bottom line.
Bottom line, man.
You know, I know you have rules and regulations in place. And he, on the first occasion when he didn't know about it,
Right.
he handled it. But after that, I don't feel that he knew anything.
Right.
You know, because if he would have, he most likely would have enforced the rules.
Yeah.
Because he knew it would have come to this.
Come to that, right. So
I think the man is not guilty. What do you think? Guilty?
well, a lot of people felt like he's accountable for shielding that issue. They feel like a lot of people feel like he kind of like covered up what was going on.
He ain't covered nothing because she could have called the police.
Exactly. This guy beat you up. Why you didn't call the police?
That's where the
I guess
authorities.
you loved him that much, and he just continued to beat you up
And
from 2009 to 2015.
that's a lot of beating up. I'm
So it had to
surprised she
be.
didn't kill him. You know? Because when people, they getting beat up like that,
Right.
they tend to come back and take out.
Take out people. Yeah. Well, you know.
Well, maybe it was getting to that point. Maybe that's why she went to the wife to talk to her about
Right.
it.
Well, how can Ohio State thrive without Urban Meyer?
That's a
How
good
can
question.
they thrive without Urban Meyer? I think they can thrive. Do you think this issue would be detrimental to the university?
Oh, it's going to go as a strike. Because, you know, anytime anything of such nature hit the
hitting women and
news
stuff like that. Mm.
and then they say, oh, the coach knew about it and he didn't do nothing. He need to go down too. And in most cases, the university, in order to clear themselves, they will just X out everybody and start afresh.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds just about like what I think they're gonna do. Do you think Meyer did what was required, but he didn't do what was right?
I wouldn't say required.
I think he did.
I think he did what he knew to do.
Yeah.
Without, putting him out there.
Right.
He probably told him, man, if you do that again, it may not come to this.
I think he, like they say, he knew about it in 2009.
Yeah, he had that conversation with him.
I think right then and there, he was a graduate assistant, and he counseled them and told them, hey, I think that's a coach kind of
way of doing things.
reaching out and saying, look, let's help the situation. Mm-hmm. Now, if you got counseled and this guy was still beating her up, she should have then got out of it. I think.
She should have said something.
Yeah.
She should have said something.
Yeah.
And I guess her way of saying something was reaching out to his wife.
Yeah. Right.
Maybe it was to that point that she was sick and tired, and she was about to do something.
Right.
And she said to that woman, look,
I'm done.
I'm done.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. I think, but like you say, she told she told Urban Meyer's wife. Mm-hmm. This was in 2015. She also sent, the report says she also sent photos
Ooh.
of abuse
To the wife.
to the wife. Mm-hmm. And that Urban Meyer ignored the photos.
So that means that the wife told.
I don't think it was to, no, it wasn't to the, it was sent to an authority. Yeah, it was sent to the wife, actually.
It was sent to the wife.
And Urban Meyer kind of like, he didn't.
No, I think it is.
Hey, here's the thing.
If
If you're
he
going to
knew
stay
it.
involved in that. And I think the wife probably told her, say, you know, you need to get out of this. Mm-hmm. Before this get bad. Is he beating you like that?
No,
You know what I'm
you
saying?
got to back up 1 minute now.
Okay.
You said that she sent pictures to the wife.
Yeah.
Now, hold on. Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
If she done sent pictures to the wife, you know the wife told the husband.
Right.
Ain't no way you gonna see pictures and not say nothing.
Right.
You're gonna be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh no, you know,
Right.
something gotta happen with this.
Well, there was some pictures involved, so.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she told him. She told him if she didn't tell him, I'm guarantee you she sent him to his email and said, you need to check this out.
That's what I think. I think they dealt with them throughout the years, and it was given to her. She need to leave him. I think she wanted more. Like she wanted him to lose. She wanted him to suffer because she suffered. She wanted him to lose his job, which he did, and he need to suffer because he hurt himself. Abuse is not good.
No.
You just don't beat people up like that. And he need to suffer, but she really wanted to see it like you get fired, you don't have nothing, I don't have nothing, you took away from me, so you need things taken away from you. So I think that's where she's at,
Well, did she say that?
No, I don't know, but you can see the action.
And then too, what comes to mind, was Urban's wife some type of counselor or
No, just Urban's wife.
just a regular wife?
Yeah.
No, she told him about that. Because sometimes if people are like
You think she told
a
him?
psychological person, that's their profession or something.
Right.
They talk to him. Come on, this is what you need to do. This is how you handle that.
Right.
Now, if this continues, the next step is that she needs to go to the cops because maybe you really need help because you got a problem.
Right, exactly.
There
you go.
Now, another question is, was he seeing someone for his attitude or actions?
I don't know if he was getting that
So
help.
if he was getting help, that's something different.
Right.
And of course, the head coach knew about it. But once again, that's their own personal business. Right. He wasn't at liberty to just exploit that if he's trying to get help.
Right.
If you're trying to get help, people not just going to put you out there like that.
Right.
But if it comes to a point where the help is not working, it's time for you to be exposed.
It's time for you to be exposed, right? Mm-hmm. That's right. So, I mean...
Because sometimes people just don't do right until you put them out there.
Right.
Look, this is what he is, and this is what he's been doing.
Man, I think he beat that lady really bad. Though.
Had to.
He had to beat that lady up, man.
She put photos.
Put photos up.
Hello. And you going down because photos don't lie.
Right.
People's words sometimes, they lie.
He lost his job.
Oh, yeah, they don't
He
keep it.
definitely lost his job. So he's not going to be coaching nowhere. I don't think he's going to be able to coach nowhere.
Nobody, once you take or have that title, people don't want to deal with you because they say you got an anger problem.
Well, yeah. But my thing is, Urban Meyer, should he be held accountable for that coach's action?
Y'all give us your feedback. We would like to know.
Yeah, I mean, should he be held accountable? I like Urban Meyer.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got to look at his history. Has anything ever come of up to a forefront about him with domestic
Well,
violence.
he had some
or,
issues in Florida where a lot of people ain't agree with,
like what?
He got rid of some players for some things, some allegations, kind of covered up some things for certain players. Cam Newton used to go there. He got rid of Cam Newton. So I mean, it's a lot of people don't like him.
Oh, you saying he has favoritism when it comes to certain
I think
things?
a lot of coaches does though. A lot of coaches have favoritism when it comes to certain things. So. Yeah.
But in his case, there were previous, you're saying allegations that had happened that had to do with people being abusive to people.
Right. Well, I wouldn't say people being abusive to people, but
players being abusive to their girls.
Yeah, well, I think some players did some things, and he kind of like swept it under the rug,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Even with Hernandez, the tight end.
Mm-hmm.
He took his life in prison, but they say he had some incidents
with him,
with that Reuben knew about in Florida, and
Oh, so they coming back to piggyback off,
They say a lot of things that he
knew
never
about.
addressed.
Okay, especially if they were good football players.
Never addressed. So.
Yeah, well, that teaches other coaches out there, if you see certain things, even though it may put your team.
Those all are allegations.
Allegedly. Well, we know Hernandez. We've seen his history.
Yeah, well, he kind of took his life actually, in jail.
It was his upbringing. It all has to do with people upbringing, what they
kind of knew that he
seen.
had a attitude type of deal. So it's kind of like,
Well, what type of person is Reuben? Is he strong-headed, fussy type? Go into
Urban
you?
Meyer is to me, he's very successful in what he does in coaching. Mm-hmm. He always put the right people around him. Unfortunately, this incident had taken place. So, but that's as far as I know for what he does on the football field.
Mm-hmm. But then too, players, they're gonna have their issues, and that's what a coach is there for, to coach them along the way.
Right. Domestic violence is wrong. It is very wrong. And if you being abused, need to be reported.
Yeah.
You don't need to drag that out just to you're gonna wait. No, now it's time.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get this going.
Yeah.
Now it's time. You getting beat up all those years without saying, you know what? My wife told me, say, one time, I'm gone. Ain't no, oh, I love you, baby.
Oh my goodness.
My wife told me, you hit me one time, I'm gone.
I mean, people shouldn't have to subject themselves to stuff
I'm
like
gone.
that.
You hit me? Well, I'm not a guy like that, but.
But I read something on Facebook with like a newly married couple, and the lady, she went to her husband and she was telling him, I've been, cheating on you, and he was like, woman, what do you mean you been cheating on me? She said, I've been, cheating on you, with another man, right? And the story goes to say that he hauls off and he slaps her without her, really expressing what she meant by her statement. So he told her, get out, this, that, and the other. But then when she finally does get to express, she's saying, I've been cheating on you with God. And he was like, oh my God.
Wow.
So I... just let you know how people minds are. When you say the word cheating or not being faithful. So
You've been cheating on me with God. You be like, well, there's Charlemagne the God, and there's,
our Heavenly Father.
Okay, you gotta, specify that.
You gotta specify that.
A lot of jokers call themselves God. So
We are little gods in the
yeah, a lot
earth.
of people like me. My name God G. You know what I mean?
Oh my
Try
goodness.
me with that if you want to. I didn't you know you were God.
Pop.
Who God? Nah, I ain't finna pop. What?
No, I'm just saying.
No, ain't no
That
pop, honey. I
incident,
don't
the,
know.
the,
I
the
don't, I
lady
don't
just,
know.
the man just hauled off and just slapped
I ain't
her.
finna.
Pop!
I ain't finna do no pop.
And she
though.
went down. I was like, oh.
I'm not finna pop.
No, we're not having no popping going
No
on
popping
here.
going on over here.
But
No pop.
anytime though, let's get back to
Yeah.
being in an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
Anytime that you're subjecting yourself to, because men get abused as well as women.
Right.
The tides have turned.
Right.
You got women abusers out there too.
Yeah, they whooping their man.
They beating that man.
I seen a dude on Facebook got whooped in the middle of the street by his woman.
Oh my
He
goodness.
put his legs all in there and everything. I was God, dog.
Oh my goodness.
God, dog. I say, wow. Yeah.
You always want to report
Shirley
it.
White, good morning. Yeah.
Good morning. Sometimes because if people say, "Oh, I love you so much," and I'm not gonna report you because we could work through this. We could work through anything, and then he
Right.
come back again, pop you again. This time he bring you some roses, bring you a diamond bracelet.
A pimp will give you money. That don't mean that he love you.
That's true too.
And they be whooping their women.
Oh, you
They
gotta.
whoop their women. They give my money. Yeah. And then you see the women. They so mentally distraught.
Mm-hmm.
Slim Shady love me.
Mm-hmm.
He give me this and he buy me that. He take care of me. They don't. Come on.
I have no clue.
Yeah. And I think in Urban and Shelley, which is her name, Shelley Smith, in her case, that this guy just keep hitting me for nothing.
And it's been going on for so long, so she's subject herself.
She subject herself under Zach Smith. What's the guy name? Zach Smith hand. Just hitting her, beating her.
Bam.
You don't subject yourself under domestic abuse because it takes away morale and
She
and
probably
love
has
and
low self-esteem.
low self-esteem. It puts a thing of low self-esteem in your life, and like you can't do anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That will mentally break a person down. You're getting beat like that
Oh yeah.
for nothing.
And he
It
probably
mentally
say,
just
you
breaks you
tell
down.
somebody, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, and a woman just stay in it just because.
I'm gonna take
One
the
of my
kids.
nieces was involved in domestic dispute.
Don't call in there.
No, heck no. But she married now. But her first husband used to jump on her.
And she got out of that too.
Yeah, she got out of that mess. Used
Yeah,
to jump
don't
on
say
her.
that. Don't
Yeah.
stay there. Don't subject. Because if he did it once, he'll do it again and again.
She had to.
Unless he seeking help.
She had to.
You in situations. What will drive you to want to hit a person?
Right,
I don't care how mad you are.
right.
Don't put your hands on
Don't
your
put your hands
woman.
on the woman.
Especially if they pregnant. Don't
Yeah.
put your hand. That's just not. That means you have no conscience of, something growing inside this person.
Right,
And she should have ran then. I'd have been like, see you later, alligator.
right. Exactly.
You crazy.
So back in 2009, they say, like I said again, the guy was a grad assistant. Now I think if they investigate the history, looking back at the history at Florida, they're going to pick up that in 2009, Zach Smith was a graduate assistant there. And his wife was pregnant then, and she was beaten. And Urban Meyer and his wife counseled them
Okay, so
at that time. So, I mean, that was an issue that he knew about, the beating. Now, he counseled them, and I think that he didn't take action at that time to release him from being a grad assistant. Now, I don't think he,
well, because it may have been a first time thing.
Well, a grad
He was
assistant is not really hired as a coach. You're
Yeah.
just there to assist other coaches. It ain't
Right.
that fact. Now, you're watched. potentially you may get picked up as a coach. So potentially the guy probably had a massive knowledge of football, and everybody might have liked it. Now, even though he probably hit his wife, which is bad, during that time when they counseled them, they probably came into an agreement and said, hey, we good, right? Him being a grad assistant, everybody probably told him, say, look, you're a grad assistant, you need to figure this out. At that time, do you think he should have pushed him out of the program then? At a grad assistant, you're not a coach. You're just an assistant.
Well, usually if you're not like officially a part of an organization,
Right.
you're there just assisting. That means you're in school, right?
Right.
And you're trying to learn the game.
Right.
So if
You're going to school actually and learning.
And
at
learning
the same
time.
Right.
So things happen. You're not a part of the organization as of yet.
Right.
You're attending school, and there's a possibility that we may, bring you on board.
Right.
But, with this, he, like you say, he canceled him and said, well, if you're looking to be a part of our team, there are certain things that cannot happen.
Right.
One is the fact that you being in a domestic dispute with your wife.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he went over the rules and regulations
right.
with
Yeah.
him
Right.
because he said he canceled both of them.
Canceled both of them.
So he probably canceled him prior to even offering him a position.
I don't think he offered him a position then.
Well, no, I said prior to. So meaning that he may have had him in mind to bring him on board, but he wanted to make sure he knew what the rules were.
So he probably watched him throughout the periodically of his time being a graduate assistant. See if any other cases probably came up, and probably no after that. I think the young lady probably kept everything under the rug. Now, 2015, when they moved on to Ohio State, that's when it all came out. Like, this guy just been beating me since 2009.
So when it came out, and
then the wife probably was continued to, ongoing with the relationship, and she probably stated that she didn't want to get Urban back involved in that. Right?
So she went to the wife, talked to the wife.
Yeah, she was talking to the wife.
So the wife, it all depends on, like I said, if that wife told that husband. But then I know I'm a wife. If some pictures would have popped up, I'm going to say something. Because I got evidence now.
There you go.
911.
There you go. But see, that's where it all came, kind of like caved in at. Because in 2015, boom, she said, since then, up until 2018, to this point, she said, 2015, he been beating me. Up until this point. So.
She need to call the police.
Yeah.
Get the authorities.
But this been going on since 2009, though. See, so that's the research I had to do.
History of beating me.
Yeah. He jumped on her in 2009.
Oh, she stayed there. Like I say, women do things to be comfortable.
Stop staying in an abusive relationship when you know that this is going to become bad.
Yeah. Because
stop staying there.
He going to kill you or you going to kill him.
Exactly. Let me switch a little bit. Calvin Benjamin got confronted by Cam Newton.
Really?
On the football field before the game. I looked at the video and I just said to myself, and I posted it, Cam, you don't want
none of this. What you said?
I said, Cam, KB, you don't want nothing. You don't want nothing, KB, man. KB walked off though.
What you say?
KB
you don't want none of that.
That's
Muck City.
I'm telling you.
Muck City.
Because Calvin Benjamin said...
It's a Belgradian.
Calvin Benjamin stated, he said, he needed a more accurate quarterback. And he felt like it was a bad situation putting him in that with Carolina. They say the guy wasn't an accurate passer. You know.
Right.
You know, if you would have put him with Eli or Big Ben or something like that, it would have been better. So, you know, I think he kind of like doing well in Buffalo. So it wasn't a good fit for him at Carolina. So, so it's working out for him. Yeah, I think he did pick up a lot of weight. So
Who, Kev?
Kevin. But he did. He had came to practice. He had came back to camp 280 pounds, but he lost 40. So he dropped that weight real good. But I think he's doing good, better now in Buffalo. So he's looking better.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. But yeah, that was our hot topic, talking about the violence and in sports and Urban Meyer issue. So hope you guys tune in and give your feedback. Now it's time for Inspirational Corner with Alzie.
On to today's inspiration. Today's inspiration says, tell yourself that everything will work out. You know, we believe what we tell ourselves. So tell yourself everything will work out. Things will get better. You are important. You are worthy of great things. You are lovable. The time is now. This too shall pass. And you can be who you really are. Because what? The best is yet to come. I do have a scripture for you today. Today's scripture is coming from Matthew 18:3. And it reads, and said, Verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter the kingdom of heaven. And that is today's scripture. Now, thank you for tuning in Inspirational Corner with Alzie, and I hope you were inspired.
Oh.
Now, on to Coach's Help Desk.
Hey, what's going on, man? Welcome to Coach's Help Desk. I got a coach's quote for you really quick. Looking for something positive in each day, even if some days you have to look at a little, even some days you have to look a little harder. All right?
Yeah, that's a true statement.
Yep. Looking for something positive in each day, even if some days you have to look a little harder.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
All right.
And another one is stay classy, sassy, and a bit bad assy. All right? And that's www.west.coach.
All right.
All right? And I got one more to give you. I always give you 3. If you are afraid of confrontations, you are not going to do very well.
So let the confrontations come and just deal with it.
That's Bill Parcell. All right. And thank you for joining your boy Coach Dukes at Coach's Help Desk. And remember, dream big and pursue them. Just don't dream, pursue your dreams. Makes it a whole lot easier. Thank you. Don't be hating on me.
I'm not hating on you. I'm just laughing at that smile.
Oh, man. That's not well. All right, go ahead, man.
Okay.
There it is.
Okay. You got it there?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. So thank you guys for tuning in on this Friday. Because guess what? We do believe what we tell ourselves. So
Do we?
tell yourself something great today. Tell yourself that something good is going to happen today. Tell it. Just take a moment right now and tell yourself, whatever is ailing you on today, tell yourself what you want to happen. Just go ahead and say it right now.
Go ahead.
We'll give you a few minutes. Just say it. Now you're going to believe what you said, okay?
All right.
Now, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you. You ain't got to. Okay, we're going to have you to tune in on tomorrow. We have a Saturday morning coffee talk set up for tomorrow. It's going to be inspiring. It's going to be breathtaking. So make sure you tune in and say to yourself, everything will work out on today. Things are going to get better.
Keep going.
Things are going to get better. Guess what? I am so important.
Just go about talking about domestic violence.
And guess what? You are worthy of great things. You know, sometimes in life when things happen to us, we don't know how to react. Sometimes it blows us off our feet. But guess what? Don't let life get you, you get it. When you say, remember, okay. Coach said, remember to smile. In spite of everything that you're going through, just smile. Smile and pray and ask God to help you get through it. You can get through this. It will be okay. It may not seem like it now. You may not have all the money you need to do what you need to do. But guess what? You'll get through it. It's going to work out. It's going to work out for your good. You know, sometimes a lot of things that we go through is a building process for us. So, you know what? If you never go through anything, you're not going to be able to tell anybody anything. You know, you're going through is going to turn out to be your testimony to help others to say, you know what? I experienced this. I went through this, and this is how I got through. So not only are you coming through, you're going to go back and help others come through their situation. So hang in there. Things will get better. Remember to smile. Just smile. Smile.